Oregon. Like, I'm not far. There we go. Got it. I'm not far from civilization at all. It's just we're just enough in the woods that we don't have public septic, so we have a septic tank. We have well water.
Wow.
It's a very strange thing where it's like, okay, we need to be very conscious about how often we're running water and how often we're flushing the toilet, because every 2 years we have to have somebody come pump the tank in our backyard.
Oh
Of all,
man.
it's a nice change of pace.
You better hope the tank doesn't get too full too fast, because who knows what'll happen then.
Home ownership.
Oh, that's a story unto itself. The septic. that's how we wound up getting this house. That's the crazy thing. Like,
Whoa.
we first saw this property in February of this year, and we made an offer, like asking minus the cost of a new septic tank, because the sale was never going to go through unless we got a new septic tank. That was always going to be the holdup, because the town wouldn't authorize the sale. And our realtor got back to us and was like, "Hey, yeah, they went with a higher offer." Like, okay, we keep looking, and she actually, after like 3 months, wound up dropping us because she's like, "Hey, I really like you guys. I don't want you to think like take this personal, but it's a bit of a drive for me. I can't guarantee, like, it's I don't know if we're gonna find something right now." Like, okay, that sucks. And then in the weirdest cosmic like sign from on high, in April, we lost one of our cats and we were super bummed.
Oh.
And then 2 days later, our old realtor called us and was like, "Hey, call me back as soon as you can." Okay, what does Kelly want? And she said, "Hey, you know that house in Millbury that you guys put the offer in but didn't get? Yeah, we loved it." Well, the buyers backed out because the septic company was taking too long for the installation, and
Oh,
the
wow.
owner will not relist it if you basically make the offer of asking, which was our initial offer plus the cost of the septic tank. So, like, I mean, we were gonna have to pay for the septic tank if we bought the house anyway.
Oh, dang.
Uh,
Wow.
Mysterious ways, but yeah,
Wonderful.
Yeah. The universe has weird
Wonderful.
ways of things working out for you, and it comes full circle
yeah,
with that septic tank.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Now we have a like an 8 foot high mountain in our backyard that's hiding a tank full of human feces.
Oh my God.
You live in one of the most luxurious porta potties in the world.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's not gonna go up until the spring, but I'm going to make a little sign and have it say Mount Flushmore. Uh, Everyone loves that except my wife, so that's
I love it. I do love that. Hell yeah, man. That's
yeah.
awesome. Well, that's a good place to start. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Hypothetical Comedy Podcast. I am Funky Sam Medina,
And I am Athena Rodriguez.
and we are here with comedian Kevin Brady. How you doing, Kevin?
Oh, sunshine and rainbows here in good old Massachusetts. We got our first snowstorm of the season tonight. Loving it.
Nice.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, when I met you on Zoom, you were in New Jersey, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that where you grew up?
No, I'm actually born and raised in Massachusetts.
Okay, nice.
So yeah, my wife and I were both in the arts. Obviously I do comedy, but I was a musician for a while. I'm an actor as well. And my wife and I met doing a theater show in Massachusetts. And she has like she went to school for it. She has a degree in it, and we'd already always talked about like our future plans and things. And she had said, I kind of wish that after college I went to New York, like to just say I did it, to give it a shot to see what happens. And I did something on my screen, but yeah, I was like, well, I spent my better part of my 20s as a musician. I did really a lot better with that than I ever really imagined I would. I'm not going to turn 60 one day and hear you complain like, oh, I wish I did it when I was younger. Like, you know what? Let's just go. Let's look into, you know, going to New York and see how that works. And unrelated, hi buddy.
Oh, hello there. Who's this?
This is Guinness. He is very camera shy, but he's needy right now, and he doesn't. Yeah, beeps. Hey, bub. All right. Yeah, you might hear beeping. That's the cat. Anyway,
Oh, does the cat cuss and then automatically get censored?
Oh dang.
yeah, potty mouth. He's an absolute potty mouth. Like, come here, Bubba. Come here. Oh, come on. Say hello to friends.
Hi.
Well,
How's it
hello
going?
there.
Oh, sweet baby angel. Oh my goodness.
All right, human. Put me down. Put me down. All right.
Yeah,
There
we
you
know
go.
that
You go
look.
do your thing.
Yeah,
Be
we definitely
careful.
we definitely know the leave me alone look from our cat.
Yeah. On his terms. On his terms. Yeah. I was talking about something in my life that wasn't my cat. Yeah. So we looked into moving to New York City to pursue that, and the company she was working with at the time, she kept asking about possible transfers to New York, and they were like, "Hey, in no uncertain terms are we sending you to New York. It's not happening. Stop
Wow.
asking." But how would you like a 30% raise and a promotion? Okay, what's the catch? New Jersey.
Oh, and that's
Yeah.
almost like
So
New York.
yeah, and we like I was dead set against it. I was like, no, get a new job. We're not moving to New Jersey.
Quit now.
Yeah, stop now. And then I looked and saw like the rental prices in Bergen County, New Jersey versus anywhere in the 5 boroughs of New York. I was like, you know what? Hackensack, New Jersey doesn't sound that bad. I think we're okay with that.
Wow, that's another time that the universe kind of worked its way,
Yeah.
worked something out for
Yeah.
you guys. That's incredible, man.
Yeah.
When you guys went to New Jersey, like you weren't doing comedy yet. What were you doing for music? Like, what did you play, and like, what's your history with that?
Yeah. So I tell people all the time, I started out with guitar, but a mediocre bass player gets more work than a mediocre guitar player. So um, after about a year of playing guitar, when I first started playing, I was like, all the bands I'm playing with, everyone wants to play guitar, and I'll just play bass because nobody wants to play bass. And I, that's really what I was doing. I was a semi-pro bass player in a heavy metal band based in New Hampshire, and I did that for 8 years or something like that, and literally just like all the timing, just life happened in the right order. Wound up leaving the band about 6 months before I got married. We got married, like I left in May. We got married in October of 2016. We started putting out feelers in early 2017, and by June of 2017, we were moved to New Jersey. So, yeah, and then when we were there, like whenever you move, even if it's not across states, but like if you're moving even across town, like sometimes you take that little time to get settled.
Mhm.
And after about I don't know, like 3 months, I'm like, I need to do something. Like I don't really want to do music. I got that out of my system. Um, I wasn't really feeling like going into acting or doing any stage stuff because I was still kind of getting settled. And I was like, you know what? When you were a kid, you didn't go home and put on MTV. You went home and put on Comedy Central. Like you're watching Comedy Central Presents, you're watching Kids in the Hall. Like you were watching, that's what you were watching when you got home. Why don't you just give it a shot? Like you're a half-hour bus ride from Midtown Manhattan,
Wow.
like the mecca of comedy. Just go, just do it once. Nobody knows who you are. You don't live in the city. You don't know anyone there. And I stand by it. The absolute worst thing that could happen to somebody doing comedy for the first time happened to me. I went up at an open mic, did my 5 minutes, and people laughed. Like, I stand by it. If the first time you go up, if you go up and eat shit, you're never going to do it again. Like, you're done. Like, hey, nope. Check that off the bucket list. Never going to do that again. And yeah, it was I was actually coming up on 2 years in comedy. Like I started in March of 2018, and I had like an entire month of shows booked. I just got my first booking for a festival in Pennsylvania, and I'm sure we all remember what happened in March of 2020.
Oh man, we all do,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
nothing, nothing happened in March of 2020.
The time nothing
So,
happened.
yeah, the time absolutely nothing happened. We just stayed home for 6 months.
But how did you actually get started in comedy?
Mhm.
Uh, so it was one of those things that was happening kind of for a long time. The first real thoughts of trying it probably were, I don't know, probably like the mid teens, like 2014, 2015 was when I really started putting like serious thought into trying it. But the tough thing, obviously, when you're new in any type of thing like that, is like figuring out how to start.
Yeah.
The open mics where it's like I'm going to go on stage and right on stage. Like no, I know you don't do that. uh, I know you don't do that, especially your first time out. So like I started percolating ideas, and but every place I saw that was doing an open mic was, oh hey, we're doing an open mic on Monday nights in Boston. Like I live, like, for those who don't know the geography of Massachusetts, I was living in Worcester, which is literally dead center Massachusetts. They call it the heart of the Commonwealth. It is the central city of Massachusetts, and there's no good way to get to Boston. Like, there's two main roads, always have traffic all times a day, or you can take the commuter rail train, which is a 2-hour train from Worcester to Boston, and then you still have to take subways to get anywhere and hope that where you're going is on a subway. So it's like, ugh,
Wow.
do I care enough to do that? Like
Right.
to drive into Boston or take the train? And for a long time I just didn't. That's
Yeah.
what it was. But when I finally said I'm doing it, like New York City is over the river, I'm doing it. I had absolutely zero problem with getting on a bus for 45 minutes to go from New Jersey to New York City to do the exact same thing. Like, but it's New York.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little more glamorous than Boston, no offense.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was just literally just Googling like open comedy open mics in New York City, and I just picked one randomly. It happened to be on a day that I was off of work, and I will not say the name of it. They're still up and running. I never had a negative experience with the company, but there's a lot of people that are still in the city that they're kind of a running joke with a lot of people. And I went. It's not the same everywhere, but in New York, it's if you're doing an open mic, you're either paying $5 to do the mic, or you're buying something at the bar, or you're doing both. So I paid my $5, bought a beer, went and sat, and waited for the show to start. And when they called my name, I was like, all right, let's see what happens. So,
wow.
How much time did you get your first time up?
It was 5 minutes. For all the ills that people have said about the company in general, they ran a tight ship when it came to their mics. Like, everything was pre-booked. Like, you had to sign up in advance. They had a hard cap, I think, at 20 comics, and the people that were running the show were actual like gigging comics that were just doing it for hosting work and extra 5 minutes here or there. So they were like, okay, we've done the bad mics. If you're floundering, like, okay, like go get on. But yeah, like I said, I stand by it. I did 5 minutes and got a smattering of laughs, and I'd be hard pressed to tell you if a single joke from that first time out is even still lurking around in the repertoire. But it's you guys know it's an addiction. Once you start it, once you get that first taste, if it's a positive one, you keep going back until that first time you bomb, and they're like, wow, that sucked. Let's do it again.
Yeah, exactly. At least I was on stage, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, don't care, had sex. Like, don't care, did a mic.
I agree.
Did you ever because I don't know how big acting is out in New York, but did you ever consider doing any acting when you were there as well?
Yeah, so in the city itself, there's a friend of mine. She runs a sketch comedy troupe with her partner, and it's all like vignettes and scenes from New York, things that just happen, on a random day in New York.
Well, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's called A Sketch of New York. Oh. But yeah, so my her name's Joe. She's fantastic. She actually she's a like professional fight choreographer too, which is crazy.
Wow.
She was actually, I don't know if the show won, but she was a part of a show that was nominated for a Tony Award. Like, it's insane the people that you just kind of like run into and just meet in your day-to-day life when you're in this line of work. But so in that was the only thing I did like acting wise in the city itself, theater and some smaller things in New Jersey. The big one, this one is really crazy, that my wife and I, we were both cast to do background work on I don't know if it ever got released, a movie called The Inside Game, which was about the NBA referee like cheating scandal. And
oh wow, that's interesting.
it was with what's who was it? Eric maybe.
Did you freeze?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
What happened?
I don't
was
know.
that you or us? Because we saw you freeze and then you disappeared.
It might have been me, but it's weird because like I didn't lose signal or anything like that. Like
Yeah, I
I
don't
still
know.
had.
You sound good again though.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Maybe it's just a terminal case of living in the fucking woods. That might be it.
I think a bear must have ate your Wi-Fi
I
signal.
know.
Yeah.
They coat those Wi-Fi signals in honey now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. So the inside game.
Yeah. So yeah, the big thing was, we did background work on a movie with Will Sasso, and
Will
they
Sasso.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh,
like-
Sam hates Will
I hate Will
Sasso.
Sasso. Can we talk a sidebar for a moment?
I like him. I just want to make that known.
I will be a neutral arbiter and say my piece afterwards. Go ahead, Sam.
Will Sasso cost Bret Hart the United States title, and I was uncalled for, and I will never forgive him for that.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna have to break kayfabe for a minute there, Sam. Will Sasso, a really nice dude. Like,
Yeah.
not surprising, but so where I wound up getting, set, they just forgot about me. They forgot I was even there the entire time.
Nice.
It was an overnight shoot at a hotel in the Meadowlands in New Jersey, and I'm just sitting off in the back. And you're signed in, you're getting paid regardless. Like, you're there, you're getting paid whether you work or not.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Which, good work if you can get. Not a ton of money, but it's good work if you can get it. And it's like 4 a.m. I've been there since 8 o'clock the night before. I have work the next day.
Oh, dang.
I worked the day before, so it's just like, am I just sitting here, just getting paid to do fuck all? And then the casting director was like, "Who haven't we used? Where can you go in the bar, like the hotel bar, 50 yards away from everything, and maybe you might be seen, kinda like whatever, don't care." Meanwhile, my wife actually had like a crossing role, so like her character was crossing through the lobby, so you might see her, but like anyone who is making any type of interaction with the main actors, like Will Sasso was like, "Oh, hey, what's your name?" "Will Sasso, nice to meet you." Like, being super nice. It's like, these things can be crazy. They can take so long. We're just happy you're here and willing to work. I'm like, that's really nice.
That is really nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
see.
we did a couple of those. We did another one that was an overnight shoot at a football field in suburban hellscape, New Jersey. That
Oh my
I don't know if that's ever seen the light of day at either, like small indie thing. But hey, the ink on the check dries and it gets deposited. So
Woo.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Whether or not it comes out, you get paid for it. That's awesome.
yep,
That's
exactly.
crazy though. I never heard of like overnight shoots. And I guess that's so people can do their day jobs, I guess, and still shoot at night.
Yeah, and it's the obviously comedy being the priority, the forefront for me. We're still like they do a lot of film shoots in Massachusetts because tax breaks. You go where the money isn't. So we both did a film shoot. Now this one is still in like post production, like it has not come out yet.
Wow.
But it was a movie with Paul Giamatti.
Right.
They like I got called for a casting notice for one shoot in a restaurant, and like, hey, we're doing another shoot at this location. We'd want you for that. And I hear them like casually mentioning like, oh yeah, we're doing an overnight shoot in Worcester. It's an outdoor ice skating scene. And I was like, where exactly in Worcester? Like, because I live in Worcester. Oh, you do? Like, yeah, I live in Worcester. My wife's an actor too. Like, we both, have talent profiles with the casting agency. Oh yeah, it's on Franklin Street, downtown Worcester. Like, funny you should say that. That's directly across the street from our apartment.
Wow.
Wow.
We had to walk. So our apartment was like smack dab in the middle. So we walked from our apartment to the like sign-in holding area on the other side of Worcester Common, got checked in, and then had to walk back past our apartment to go to like the props department. Meanwhile, it's late February and it's like 10 degrees outside.
Oh,
So everyone's just like,
no.
are we going? Can we move? No, we're gonna stand. Okay, okay, okay.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
At least if you
Yeah,
guys had
so
breaks though, you could go home real quick.
yeah. Oh, that's the great thing. It's like once they're like, okay, we're wrapped for tonight. Like, cool. We don't have props, so can we just dip? Oh no, you still have to go check out. Like, okay, bastards. But yeah, it's that's the thing. I tell people, anyone that's interested in doing it, if there's anything remotely close to like a major city where you live, you can usually find casting notices because they film quite literally all over the country. It's not just New York and LA. They the what's it called? There's a movie with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds, a Christmas movie that just came out, and they filmed it in downtown Boston.
Oh wow.
So, and my wife is very not pleased about that because she worked around the corner from where they were shooting. She submitted for like 15 different days and never got a casting notice. It's like, and they were looking for dancers too. And she danced. She still dances, but she danced for like 12 years when she was a kid, like ballet, tap, like all of that. She's like, I'm a dancer. I can dance. Like, I don't know. I'm not the casting director. Don't yell at me.
Just gotta yell at somebody.
Yeah.
But
Now,
you
see, if
know
I got
what?
cast and she didn't, that would be a problem.
Oh,
With
yeah.
all the moments and times where the universe kind of pulled through to get things to happen for you guys, perhaps if she had gotten it, something like would have like happened where it would have been very unfavorable experience for her.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's true. Almost like she was being just there was a reason why she didn't get it or something.
yeah. And like I said before, like with my friend that had the show that was on Broadway, you're not aware sometimes of the random things that just happen that are kind of cool in hindsight. Like when we were still in New Jersey, it wasn't an acting thing, but she was contracted for an equity show, which is like the stage actors union, and she was an assistant costumer on a professional production. One of the guys that was in the show with her was in the Broadway production of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So yeah, and
Wow.
yeah, so she was like, "Oh yeah, he's a real cool dude." And I met him and like, just I don't know, sure,
That is
cool.
so cool.
Oh, we saw you on Broadway. Okay, I guess the wheel.
That's one thing that's really cool is meeting people like that. Like like if we are on a show with like a bigger name comedian, and or like you met Will Sasso, and people just almost treat you like coworkers. They're these big stars and they treat you like a coworker almost.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite. I have two. I'll leave it up to you. Karate Kid or Ratatouille. Pick one
Oh,
of those movies.
dang.
I would say Karate Kid, but I might be down for both.
Okay,
I'm down
so
for both.
we'll do Karate Kid first, because both of them are just ludicrous. So
Wait, you met Ludacris?
yes, no, I did not. I did meet Bill Bellamy. I think that's about.
Oh, dang.
It was he was with his dad and they were doing banking. So it's like, no, I'm not going to take a picture of Bill Bellamy while he's with his dad doing banking.
I met Bill Bellamy when I was doing security at the comedy club.
I mean, see, that's a professional setting.
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
dropping a deposit for the company I was working for, and he's just there with his dad, just living life banking like a human being. So yeah, we'll do the Karate Kid one first. So 2014, excuse me, the band that I was with at the time, we were invited to be a featured performer at Dragon Con in Atlanta, Georgia. And
Whoa.
yeah, so for the not nerds out there, Dragon Con is the biggest like sci-fi convention on the East Coast, like bigger than New York Comic Con. It's basically from the Thursday before Labor Day until the nerds go home. Like that's how long it lasts. But
So they gotta hose them out of the room.
yeah, literally just like you guys stunk beforehand, but get the fuck out. We got to fumigate. So we were like the second to last act performing on the Sunday night. And we got a hotel room comp, we got passes for the weekend comp. It was a cool thing. We got a table where we could set up and sell merch. It was cool as hell. Like our table was right next to this other band called Weep, like gothy, like 80s synth pop, and their lead singer guitarist is one of the co-creators of the cartoon Venture Brothers.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah, Doc
goodness.
Hammer. Yeah, Doc Hammer is their singer guitarist. So that's not the crazy one. We were talking about the Karate Kid. So as guests, we have like artist pass. So not all access, but they're not going to hassle you if you're in a backstage area, an off limits area otherwise. So I'm at the table one day with one of the guys in the band, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna head off to the bathroom. I'll be back in a few minutes. So I go, I find the one bathroom that doesn't have anyone in it somehow, and I'm at the urinal doing what God intended, and this guy comes in dressed in full to head, like head to toe Cobra Kai regalia. And it's an older dude, like in his 50s. Like, okay, cool. Like this festival's been happening since the 80s. Like he could have been going since the first one. Whatever. I've seen far more suspicious shit that day. Whatever. So he goes to one of the urinals next to me, looks over, and he's just like, never gets easier, is it? I'm like, nope. Okay, bye. So I go and I wash my hand. I'm washing my hands. I look in the mirror and he turns back and I see he has an artist pass too. And it hits me that it's Martin Kove, the sensei from Cobra Kai from the Karate Kid.
Wow.
So yeah, just two bros just hanging out, talking about their war stories at the sci-fi convention. Yeah, we later on when we actually performed, the last event in the room that we performed in was actually a Karate Kid like Q&A. So I can say that Ralph Macchio opened for me. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, the Ratatouille one, this one's another fun one.
So this one.
I am.
This one, so it's tenuous. I was just trying to figure out what we would know Janine Garofalo from, and I was like, oh, she was in Ratatouille. So there we go. So this was when I was, pre-pandemic. We're still in New Jersey, and I was performing on like an afternoon showcase spot where Janine Garofalo was the headliner. And like, okay, all right, this doesn't suck. And so headline comic, like you kind of show up whenever you show up. When the show starts,
Yeah.
You probably have, half an hour before you need to be there. So I'm just kind of in the, the bar area of the venue. And, she comes in, the producer's there, they're talking, and I'm just kind of like pacing, going through, my set. And there's a commotion from the room. And like, okay, things happen in comedy. Maybe somebody's getting a little rambunctious. And the bar staff, because they don't have security. Again, this is a 5 p.m. show on a Saturday. They don't need to worry about having security there yet. But the bar staff are like escorting this woman out of the bar, and she is just piss drunk. Like, she had a bottle of wine before getting to the bar where she had to have the 2-drink minimum, and she made it for the whole table. So she's just like, I'm fine. Don't worry, honey. Okay, it's fine. I'm fine. Like, ma'am, do you need us to call you an ambulance? Like, I'm fine.
Oh no.
Like, she's just passing out. Like, they put her literally in a window. Like, there's like, it's not a heater, but there's like a window chair. They literally lay her on this window. The paramedics are coming in, and I'm just standing next to Janine Garofalo watching this entire scenario play out. Like, yep, another day in the life. So, how you doing? How those Disney royalty checks straight? Yeah, like,
Wow.
it's a fun story.
So
Again.
surreal, right? Like you're just like,
Yeah.
like having that moment where you're watching something that's ridiculous happening, but not only are you watching it, someone that's very famous next to you is also watching it, just like
Yeah,
you.
it's happening to everybody, but it's more surreal because of the people that it's happening to. Like, if it's just the bar staff and local comics, like, that's a funny story, but it's Janine Garofalo was literally shoulder to shoulder.
So I was hanging out with Janine Garofalo, and
so I was hanging out with Janine Garofalo. Let me pick that name up.
That's incredible.
It's life is crazy.
How that was, you said, but that was within the last 2 years, because you did comedy for about, or I guess not within the last 2 years, because now it's been 4.
Yeah, that would have been
Before the pandemic though.
Yeah, it was like 2019, pre-pandemic.
How was her set?
That is so cool.
I mean, everyone, when you ask the comic themselves if they don't watch the video, like, oh, it went great, and then you have the videos like, wow, I ate shit. Like, you could actually kill, and you're just like, missed the punch. Where's the tag? What the fuck? Like,
I hate that.
Do you even do comedy? Like, going like, yeah, that was a headlining spot. I did 45 minutes. Yeah, but are you a comedian, or are you just rambling for 45 minutes?
Right.
Okay, could be both. No, I mean, I think it went fine.
No, her set.
She's so. I did that showcase twice, and both times it was with Janine Garofalo. Wow. And both times she did like entirely different material. And there's a certain point where you don't need to worry about writing on stage. You can just kind of go on stage and just go on a tirade, and everyone's with you because they know you and they kind of know what your humor is. So you don't really need to like flush things out. Like, I don't remember anything she talked about, but I just remember that she was on stage for a half hour, and I don't remember not laughing. Like, wonderful. Fantastic. Don't remember a single joke, but I remembered I enjoyed every minute of it.
Oh, that makes me feel better, because I've had people go, oh my gosh, you are so funny. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Do you remember a joke that you like the most? They're like, no, but I know you're funny. I'm like, okay.
I liked all of them. I liked all of your jokes. Yeah.
They're all just really, really funny and nice. Bye.
Kicking up the heels and just go.
So you were celebrating 2 years of comedy when the pandemic struck. I guess what was that transition like for you?
Yeah.
Uh, it was. I mean, clearly we weathered the storm. But it was one of those. I think. Everyone had their independent of what your line of work was or what you did. Everyone had the whole. Either this is going to be a hellscape and it's the end of the world, or it's going to be fine and we'll be back to normal in 2 weeks. And the tough thing is I was actually working for an essential business, so I didn't get any of that sweet, COVID leave. But for in regards to comedy, it was at first it was like, oh, it's not that bad. It's gonna blow over. Everything's gonna be fine in a couple weeks, and we'll be back in the shows, doing shows and whatnot. So there were a few people that are like, hey, do we want to like do Zoom comedy or just like hang out online? And I thought, okay, that's stupid. Like, who's
Yeah,
gonna
me
do
too.
comedy? Yeah, who's gonna do stand-up
Yeah.
comedy on their phone or with their laptop? That's stupid. And a comedian friend of mine who's still in the New York area, I'll name drop him. James Mack, for those who might know him who's listening, he was just like the first voice of reason that I heard in the sea of competing thoughts. And he was like, hey, this ain't going away quick. And if you're a comic and you're not willing to at least give like the online comedy a shot, when we come back, they're going to be dudes you've never seen before that are going to be better than you because they've been doing all these online mics and working out the kinks on jokes while you were just saying it's not real comedy. And that was pretty early on. I would say that was probably like April of 2020 that he posted that.
Wow.
And by the end of the month, I had done my first one. I was like, hey, that actually wasn't bad. It wasn't what I'm used to. Obviously, it wasn't what anyone was used to, but it wasn't bad. It was different. And I still think the craziest thing is that the best thing that ever happened to my comedy career was the pandemic because I mean there's no shot I would have been going out to California to do stand up comedy anytime soon, most likely, if I didn't have basically 18 months where you couldn't do comedy otherwise. And half the people I know that I still communicate on a regular basis with are people I've met through comedy. Like I've never met either of you guys. The closest I got was I was in San Francisco once in 2013.
Yeah, I don't know if we would have met
Yeah,
then, but
probably paths
we
probably did not cross.
we really met like really early on in the pandemic too.
Yeah, and yeah, that's like I said. There's a lot of comics, and not just like casual, like oh yeah, I did shows. There's a lot of comics that I did shows with online that I've met in person, and people that I know now, like that I perform with some regularity around here. It's crazy how small the circles really are. One of the groups I was doing the online mics with, Bird City, Genevieve Rice and
Oh
Michael
yeah, yeah,
Palladino,
yeah. We've
and
done that.
yeah. So I wound up doing it was like every week I was doing their mic for I would say like 6 months I was doing their mic. Shortly after I moved back to Massachusetts, I went and did a mic at one of the clubs here, and one of the comic that was running the mic mentioned that he had just moved back to Massachusetts from Arizona, and I was like, oh hey, I know some people, and I mentioned them. I was like, oh yeah, I work with them all the time, like. So this guy he knows them personally in real life, and now it's just, oh hey, do you know this guy John Fletcher? Like, yeah, we love Fletcher. The guy with only 9 fingers. Like, yeah, uh, that's not a joke.
No, just how casually you said it was
Yeah,
the funny part.
that's the describing factor,
Well,
not
that's
the
one way
oh
to
yeah, I
figure
know
out which
him.
John Fletcher it is. Hey, you know what John Fletcher? I don't know how many fingers does he have.
Yeah, put your hands up. Let me count. But yeah, so yeah, just it really is one of those, as big as the comedy scene is and as big as the world is, knowing how small those communities are, and how tightly knit they are. there are people that I've done shows with that I only knew through Zoom comedy. Do you guys know Srilatha Rajamani
I don't know.
at all?
I might.
She was on a couple of
I think
well, she was on a
so.
lot of the Little Bird mics, but I didn't know that she was based in New York until we did a show together.
Oh
Like,
wow.
like we were on the bill together. I was like, I know that name.
That's
So
crazy.
it really is. And like I said, there's people, and now you have contacts not just around the country, but around the world because,
Absolutely.
you bit the bullet and said, hey, it's different, but let me give it a shot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. No, you're right about that. I mean, that's how we met. We met a lot of people that way, made a lot of connections. You mentioned going to California. Is that is something you did do, something you're going to do, something you aspire to do? What was that about?
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of want to go more. For some people will say, oh, well, it doesn't count because it was an online one, but I did the Burbank Comedy
Oh,
Festival in
I
20,
see. Virtual.
yeah,
Yeah,
virtual
yeah.
one.
I didn't make it
And
to that
then
either. That's cool.
I submitted for 2021, and I'd actually they were looking for like behind the scenes technical like social media stuff, making posts and things like that. And I was like, well, at the time I had actually just lost my job. I was like, I got literally nothing else to do. I'm doing your mics and occasionally doing your online shows. So like, yeah, whatever. And the openings came up and I submitted, and their booker messaged me like, "Hey, are you free to take a call?" I was like, "Yeah." The booker of a club wants to call you. Yeah, I can talk. And he was just like, "Hey, I saw that you had submitted. We don't know if we're going to be doing in person, but like if we do in person, are you able to come? Like, is that something you would be comfortable doing?" And I said, "Yeah, I'd be cool with that." And yeah, so I did the 2020 virtual and in person festival.
Wonderful.
Um, and then yeah, I did
That's
the
incredible.
2022 one too. So yeah, I've been out to LA twice now, which is for me outstanding because I've never wanted to go to LA. I never had any desire to go to Southern California. I don't trust any place where fire is the season. That's just the Burbank crowd appreciated that joke too. But yeah, no, it was the first time I went, obviously, still kind of, masking and having your card and all that. It was a little weird, so I didn't really do a whole lot when I was there the first time, other than the festival. But the second time I went this past August, I went with my wife, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna do my shows, but let's actually go and do stuff. And
Yay.
like we went to San Francisco, like I said, in 2013. But she was like, "Oh, I wanted to go to LA." Like, well, okay, now you can go to LA. Yeah, it's one of those. If I didn't have like, if, a lot of people would say that if you didn't have the 9 to 5, if you could do anything, yeah, I would say,
Yeah.
hey, I would go out west, and because I know people in Washington, I know people in Oregon, I know people
Yes.
throughout California. It's like, hey, I'll just do a West Coast tour for a week, 2 weeks. But oh yeah, you get 80 hours of PTO a year. Ah,
Yep. And you got to pay rent at some point.
Yep.
yeah,
I guess not in your
yeah.
case, but you got to pay house
Hey,
payment.
hey, surprisingly more expensive than a rent? A mortgage.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's ultimately the goal, is actually being able to kind of pitch up and do mini weekends.
Yeah.
The like the one thing I'm really trying to work on now is like my 9 to 5, my shoot job, if you will, is that is that we actually have our company headquarters are in Nashville, and we have our annual managers conference coming up in February. So I've been reaching out to a couple places down there, hoping to get something more than just like an open mic, just to say, hey, well, now I've done Tennessee.
That's
I
Yay.
know.
awesome. Yeah.
I mean, just little things like that. Just feather in cap, performed in this
Yes.
state.
Yeah. I
Open
mean,
mic
do
be
every
damned.
time you're somewhere, do it,
Yeah,
That's how we
yeah,
like to operate too.
We went to in 2019, we went to Honolulu for our honeymoon.
yeah.
And as soon as I booked the flight, booked the hotel, I'm looking, I'm on Facebook trying to contact bookers trying to get on
Yeah.
shows and everything. And I got us a guest spot in a really nice show, and it was really fun to do it out there.
And
Yeah.
that's, that's something that, obviously with you guys both being comedians, you know each other's struggles. I'm really lucky because, while she's not a comedian, my wife is also in the arts. She's
Yeah.
a performing artist as well. So, she may not necessarily understand the specific ins and outs of stand-up comedy and booking with stand-up comedy and things like that. But that's how is it any different than going out for a casting, going out for an audition, what could I have done better? Or, it's different, but it's still so similar that, it would be weird if she was like, no, you can't do comedy. Only I may be an artist.
Yeah, no, it's true. And I've always said that I'm fortunate that we share the passion, because I feel like if it wasn't somebody that's passionate about comedy, they could find it maybe annoying or in the way or a nuisance or something like that. So, like you said, we kind of understand the struggle together.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure you both can relate the annoyance of running bits by the other. So,
Yes.
is this something?
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
Literally.
No, my favorite is when I run jokes about her by her.
Oh
But
my goodness.
that's always the best. Like, oh, I have this new wife joke. Want to hear
Yeah.
Like, not really.
it? Help me write a tag for it.
Yeah. It's like, I'd prefer not to, but you're going to do it anyway. So, let's fucking go. Let's just go. But see, obviously, both of you being comedians, you understand that goes with the territory. And something like I've always hated, and adults of a certain age, myself included, on the downward slope to 40, like the older comedians where their entire shtick was shitting on their wife. Like that's
Yeah.
what the joke was. That's what it always was.
Yep.
That there's not many jokes that I tell that explicitly involve my wife, but I make it a point that if she's involved, it's either that she's literally just a conveyance to something entirely different, or very clearly and obvious by the end of it, I'm the punchline. Like this is this rational, level-headed individual, this actual adult human being with her idiot man-child telling dick jokes to strangers. That's
right. So she's maybe part of the journey, but she's not the joke.
Yeah. And like she'll be the first to kick down the door and like, don't forget to give me credit for the jokes I've written for you, because hey, she's got some good tags. She's got some good tags in there.
The best part of having a wife that's not a comedian is that's untapped jokes right there. Anything she says, you can be in your set.
Yeah, and when it's funny, it's funny. Like when you have somebody who's not actively going out of their way to write ha-has, when they say that one thing that's genuinely and truly uproariously funny, like there'll be times like that she's just burned me so bad, she's like, I have to shake her hand. Like, I'm not gonna laugh because I'm angry I didn't think of it first, but I will shake your hand out of respect. a marital handshake.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like there's one, and I know she'll appreciate. There's this one. It was a joke idea that I had about how like I try not to do COVID jokes because nobody really wants to hear them. I have one that I do, and I will keep doing it until literally I drop dead, probably from COVID. But I was doing this whole thing about how the whole pandemic was like Shakespearean, and I'm not a Shakespeare guy. I've never been much of a Shakespeare person. So I had the idea. I was like, how do I flesh this out? And the first half is literally just COVID related puns on his plays, like on titles of plays. But then it was like, well, I had this idea that we have to be like Romeo and Juliet because she got the Pfizer vaccine and I got the Moderna vaccine. So like, how do we play that off? She was like, just literally have it be like the Montagues and the Capulets. And with her input, it became two pharmaceutical companies, both alike in efficacy, in Fair Corona, where we play our scene. So
wow.
Yeah. I'm a Moderna you. She's a Cap Physolate. We're two SARS crossed lovers. Like,
Wow.
it's a joke that a lot of people are just like, huh? Shakespeare? But I did that. I did that in a college town, and everyone laughed. And I was like, yeah,
it's great.
I'm not going to do that in Worcester because they're not going to get.
You're like,
oh, by the way,
the
I moved
smart
from
audience.
yeah. You guys are smart, unlike those idiots where I live.
Wow.
Oh.
I love that too. That's awesome. Do you have any projects or anything you're working on coming up?
Nothing immediate. I have a couple of dates that I'm trying to hammer home in Maine, which is cool. I have some friends up in Maine. I've performed up there before. Outside of hopefully figuring out some stuff in Nashville, honestly, the real big to do, I'm trying not to jinx it. I'm waiting to hear back some stuff. Is that I may or may not now be a union actor, which is really kind of cool.
Wow.
So the whole getting into the union, it's either pure blind stupid luck or years of hard work and energy and hoping you just get the right shoot. And the craziest thing is the shoot that may have done it for me, I didn't even get used. Like I literally showed up and they're like, we're not shooting that scene today, and they sent me home.
Oh,
but it's union. I showed up, I signed in, and they sent me the proper like union actor forms. So right now I'm actually like, it's not like it's a bad thing or anything. It's just like, hey, I don't know where I stand, so I'm talking with a union rep for SAG. So it's like that would be really cool. May never use it, but just again, those. Oh shit, that's a thing that happened in my life.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
And you know what? Honestly, it looks good on your comedy resume.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Like, fake it till you make it, and even when you do, keep faking it. Like, don't think I haven't put Janine Garofalo as a credit before.
Janine Garofalo incident.
Yes, which is funny because like the actual like, it seems like the things that I've done that are actually like, hey, I did this on my own merit. It's like, hey, I did this festival, I did that festival. It's like, oh, so you did a Zoom show with Judah Friedlander? Like, yeah, okay, that's whatever. Did I get booked? Like, am I doing 3 minutes at the top? Like, what's happening?
Awesome. That's hella cool, man. Hey, well, thanks for joining us, Kevin. It's been super fun talking to you.
Thanks for having me. Fun as always.
Do you wanna go ahead and plug your social media?
For those of you.
Oh, wait a minute. Before you plug your social media, talk about your Facebook name for a minute, because that's thrown me off from day one with you.
Yeah, so that's something that I really do miss from the days of Zoom comedy when you were just signing up on Facebook. Pre-pandemic, early, even like I think before I started doing comedy, I was like, I don't want to have to deal with the possibility of one of my employees just stumbling upon me on Facebook. I made the conscious decision to change my name on Facebook to the Irish spelling of my name. Now, I'm painfully Irish. My dad's from Ireland. I'm a dual citizen. I got the passport. As it is, as it's pronounced with, in the Irish, it's Crivino Brady. So it's just Kevin Brady. That's all it is. The problem is, as Sam and Athena probably know, the spelling is not that. It has more M's in it than you think it does, and they're not where you think they are. So Kevin is Caoim, M as in Mary, Hin. Quivine. So the M and the H makes a V sound in Irish.
So weird.
So it's Quivine O'Brady. So I signed up for the first hypothetical open mic way back when, and I don't think twice about it. I really don't. It's just like it's a sign up, and then Sam's going through the names, and he's just like, "All right, so next guy coming up, I'm not even gonna fucking try. Like, I'm gonna butcher this. I don't know what this is, but cow Kaomin Obrata? And I was like, well, I knew it was me because I saw the list, and I was like, okay, so it looks very intimidating, but it's pronounced Kevin Brady.
The big reveal.
Yeah, that's the big reveal. Yeah, and honestly, hey, if it helps bookings, I'll let people think I'm a foreigner. Like, yeah, I'm not from here. I'll fake an accent, whatever. It lends a lot of credence to one of my jokes about trying to get deported, which is really difficult when you're born here. Hard to get deported when you're actually from this country. But yeah, so on the social medias, the Facebook one, like if you find me, you find me, whatever. That's my primary dick around one. But for those of you that are still circling the Twitter drain, I'm still on there at Kevin H. Brady. The H is important because I caught a 72-hour ban pre Elon Musk because somebody thought I was impersonating a congressman from Texas that was also named Kevin Brady. Yeah, don't know, don't care. Like my Twitter account predates his, so
and it's like, why would you want to impersonate
yeah,
him?
the dude looks like a ventriloquist dummy that had beef jerky pulled over its face. Like that's what he looks like. He's an elderly man from Texas. Like that, he looks like he's an elderly man from Texas. But yeah, also on Instagram, the same Kevin H. Brady. Basically, that's the repository of cat pictures. Like that's that's where you can go to find the stupid reels of my stand-up comedy and random stupid pictures and a lot of pictures of my cat.
Nice.
Probably more pictures of my cat than myself. So
I'm into it. I started developing relationships with people just because of their pets.
Yeah.
I like your cat.
Yeah, no,
I like you.
No, we definitely make friends with people because they're animals.
Oh yeah.
Totally. Less person, more pet. Like
yeah, exactly.
How's your cat?
You can find me across the board at Funky Sam Medina.
And you can find me at She Shines For You, all spelled out.
And everything else we do is at Hypothetical Comedy. Awesome. Thank you, Kevin. It was hella fun.
Thank you.